Hey everyone, this is Danielle from Great Lakes Aquarium. Today I am outside with a little friend here. This is Snoops. And today we are going to be doing a little bit of a skunk walk. This is a great form of enrichment for the skunks. They very much enjoy being outside. And as of right now, Snoops has gone right to the dandelions. So he's just chomping away, getting some nice little snacks, which is pretty cool. And it fits right into what we're talking about today, which is phenology. And phenology is the study of the changing of the seasons. So oftentimes we think of when spring's coming, we start to think of buds popping, robins coming back, the ships coming in here off of the harbor. And one thing here at the aquarium that we like to talk about is the skunk walks presuming. So in the winter time, sometimes the weather is just a little bit too harsh to be outside all the time, especially on these cold Duluth days. But when it's nice out like this, and especially when some of the skunks' favorite flowers start popping, the dandelions, it's great to get them outside and exploring. He's having a wonderful time right now, just eating all those dandelions. So a little bit more about phenology. Phenology is also really neat because you can do it on your own. You don't need to be some high-tech scientist or anything like that. It's actually called citizen science to report what you're finding with those changes of the seasons. So you can just use a notebook. You can write down your observations, write down when you see things budding, when things are starting to leaf out, when the ice comes off the lakes. All of that can be perfect for the springtime. Also, you can do it for all sorts of seasons. So when do the colors start changing in the fall? Or when is the first snowfall? When are the ice on the lakes? When do the ships stop coming through Duluth? All of these are great ways to understand when things are changing, and it gives us a good record for further years. So by taking these records, oh, he's moving to new dandelions. But by taking these new records, we can look at them over year after year after year and start to see some trends. That's a big way that we start to understand climate change as well, because we can start seeing that some of the seasons are pushing later or earlier. The temperatures are changing, so things aren't going the way that they used to. So these citizen reports that we take are great ways to know what's going on with the seasons. We got some people walking by. It's very fun to watch the skunks out on their walk. Hi! Yeah. So, like I said, phenology is super important, especially in these times of changing climates. Good to keep records of what's going on, and it's a fun way to just keep track of what's going on in your own yard. I know in my yard, we've been watching the different birds coming back. We've been watching when our birch tree is starting to flower, or not flower, but the leaves coming out and all that stuff. It's really fun, and then you can just kind of keep track of what's going on. This is also great for gardening, to know when you can start planting your garden or when things are coming in. Oh, we're moving again. He's just cruising with these dandelions. So it's a great way to keep track of your own yard and keep those records as well. So we're gonna keep following Snacks and see what Snoops here, sorry. Snacks is back over there. I don't know if you can see them. I think they're kind of hidden in the brush. But we'll get a little bit closer view. How's it going, Snoops? Checking out those dandelions. Oh, that was a good one. He also has nice claws that help him dig and get some of the roots of other things. And he can hold on to those flowers. You can see he kind of grabs onto them. Oh, look. You see the little ladybug too? That'd be a Phenology note to make. I haven't seen a ladybug yet this year. I should put that down in my notebook. Man, I can't think of many things cuter than a skunk chewing on dandelions. And for those watching or want to kind of send questions my way, feel free to. I'm happy to answer any of them. I can see your comments coming in. Or if you have some of your favorite phenology events, so those signs of the seasons changing, feel free to put them in the comments as well. It'd be great to hear what you all look for when those seasons are changing. Oh, that's a great question. So a question just came in, what else do skunks eat in the wild? That's a great question. So they're omnivores. So they'll eat plants like this, but also they are very good at digging for insects. So they'll go in, oftentimes even with these two skunks when we're outside, they can find an anthill and they'll eat all those ants and everything like that. And every once in a while, if they have an opportunity to have some meat, they might eat some meat as well. Maybe something that has died, but for the most part, a lot of those insects and plants. Great question, Ashley. Oh, I don't know if you can hear that, but Bogey is calling from his exhibit. That's one phenology event I really like watching, is for the eagles to migrate through. It's so cool to watch them flying overhead. They have those nice sharp teeth too that can chew everything they need to, especially those insects. And if you're just joining us, feel free to send any questions you have this way about Snoops here, the striped skunk. Or if you have some favorite phenology events or things that change with the seasons that you look forward to every year, it'd be awesome to hear them. Oh, that's a good question. How long do skunks sleep each day? A lot. So these two that are at Great Lakes Aquarium will sleep upwards of about 14 hours, and then maybe even a little bit more past that. Oftentimes here at the aquarium in their exhibit, you can find them napping together, which is pretty cute. So yeah, they'll spend a lot of their day sleeping. We got a nice spot here with lots of dandelions, so we don't have to move far to get all these delicious little snacks. Oh, that's a good question. So yes, Snoops lives here at the aquarium. So Snoops and Snacks came to us about 3 years ago, and they were actually born on a wildlife preserve, so they're not wild born. I see here you're talking about, yep, they're not legal as pets in Ontario. Oftentimes they can be a little destructive as pets. They like to dig, and so they might put holes in your yard and things like that. But yeah, I have heard them being compared to cats a lot. We have a lot of folks who tell us stories about times that they've interacted with skunks that were living in a home and they were very cat-like in a way. But definitely check in to see what your regulations are for your states and your counties and your cities. They're not meant to be pets, they are meant to be wild animals. But like I said, these two are not wild born, so they cannot be released into the wild, which is why they are here with us at Great Lakes Aquarium. And I was talking a little bit about citizen science and citizen observations. Our website actually has some great at-home activities for that. So if you just go to www.glaquarium.org/aquarium dash at home or dash aquarium dash at dash home /citizen dash science, you can find all sorts of great activities to do at home and kind of take those citizen observations for yourself. So again, that's right on our website. You can find all sorts of great activities. There's also postings of different videos and lessons. Great ways to stay busy at home when the aquarium is closed. And with that, I think we're gonna finish up a little bit out here, eat a couple more dandelions, and then head on in for the day. Snoops and Snacks will have their lunch after this, so they'll get an assortment of veggies and pellets, sort of like omnivore biscuits. So they are probably looking forward to that if he doesn't fill up on dandelions first. But thanks again for watching. We appreciate all the support we get from you all, even just watching these videos. It's super great. Keep sending questions. We're happy to answer them in the comments below. And again, check out our webpage for opportunities to do citizen science at home and all sorts of other crafts and activities you can find there as well. Thank you, and have a good Thursday.